there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me. Actually today you are joining my daughter and I. She is going to help out sharing some of these items today. First up we have this little thank you die set. Now obviously this is 2 dies and the dies come apart, but more and more I have been leaving my dies joint together so that I don't lose anything. So my daughter was very excited to help out today, so you'll have to bear with all of the lovely camera movements that she is super enjoying doing. So you can see that there's the top and the bottom part and they layer up beautifully. Next up I have this kind of partial rose. Now the actual die is about 4 inches tall and it has a cutting blade at the top and the bottom. So this is what it looks like when you cut it out. So either you need to shave away those top and bottom cutting lines or get a little creative. That's my plan. Next up is this super tiny stamp. This is completely my fault how tiny this is. I didn't realize how small it would be. So it's 2 tiny little flowers and 2 tiny little matching dies. They do die cut out perfectly, so that's the main thing I guess, but quite small. Next up we have the sentiment stamp set, just some nice basic sentiments that will be great on lots and lots of cards. I'm not going to read them out for you, but I hope that they are clear enough that you can see them just fine. And so next up I have this, first of all it's a gorgeous envelope, but inside of this gorgeous vellum envelope is all of these butterfly, they're kind of like vellum stickers. Now there is, I don't know how many are in here, but there is a lot. I'm not going to need any more anytime soon. Some of them are kind of more pastel colors, some of them are super bright. There is just so many stickers. Now there is a couple of cool things about these. The first one, there is, if you kind of pick through, there's kind of matching sets, so to speak, that look really similar, of a similar type of butterfly that you could make a card out of. So you can see here that they are sticky back, so you just need to peel off the back and they become a sticker. But the cool thing is that when you put them on white paper, that outline really disappears. Now I know it's personal preference, but I am one of those people who does not really like the white outline that you get when you die cut things, so I don't really like that kind of sticker look. But so with these, it's really important to me. However, if it does bug you, just as easily I have fussy cut around this one, just so that you can see, I mean, all of these butterflies have a really kind of easy, clear cut around the outside. So it took me no time at all, so it's easy to cut around and you can still use it as a sticker. So these are beautiful. I did even think of layering a couple up on top of each other, and that you could kind of make a bit of a 3D, a dimensional butterfly. Next up with these wandering hands is these cute little ladybugs. Now I'm not sure if these are for me or for Ida, but they are gorgeous and she was dying to get a hold of them, but they are pretty small. Again, I have that piece of white paper in the background, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I forgot to mention that, and that's just so that you can get an idea of the size of the things that I'm showing you. So these little ladybirds are quite dimensional. They're kind of, they're quite domed up, but yeah, they are beautiful. I am not really sure what I'm going to use them for. I think it would be quite cute in like some sort of garden scene. They might even make really good shaker elements, so that is what I am going to give a go anyhow. But my handy little helper has already got her hands on some of these and has been playing around, so I'm glad that she's enjoying them too. Now I have a few kind of different kind of tapes to show you guys. So this one is pretty plain. It's just a nice turquoise fine dotted pattern. So this one is quite skinny but pretty cute and I liked the color. So then we have these cool tapes. Both of these are what they call transparent tapes, and so they kind of have a they have a backing, like they're not sticky when they come off the roll, so you can't tear them, you need to cut them. And I'm just going to cut a piece here just so that you can see, but you just peel the backing off and it's kind of like any other washi tape after that, but obviously they are super see-through apart from the gold pattern. So I got some of these just because they're kind of cool to play with. The gold is super shiny and super bright, So you could create a really cool pattern with these circles. And then the same goes here. This is exactly the same type of tape, so you just need to cut a bit off, and then you can see that you just peel the back off easily, and it's kind of a see-through tape. I just thought this was something a little bit different, and I really like the gold foil. It is really, really bright and shiny. So hopefully you can kind of get a semi-decent idea of what they look like. So I just got the two of that kind. And then next up I have this sort of similar, and again it does have the gold foiling to it, which I'm just trying to catch the light there. But this is the same kind of paper tape, except for this one you are able to tear, so you can rip it, which is kind of good in my books. But again, it has a release paper that you just peel the backing off, and it's kind of like a sticky washi tape. Obviously it's not transparent at all, but it does have kind of a beautiful geometric pattern. So in a second you'll be able to see it when I tilt it in the light. It also has that kind of beautiful gold foiling through it. And then next up I have one kind of more sort of more unusual one. This is just a lace washi tape, I guess. I don't know if a washi tape's the right term, but anyhow, so you'll need to cut it, and I'm just getting in this wee piece of Kraft coloured cardstock just because this is what was on my desk, but just so that you can see it better, because obviously you won't be able to see it on the white. And so I feel like this would be a good way to add that kind of lace trim or border, or just something a little bit peeking out from behind without having to add the bulk of actual lace or an actual trim like that. So yeah, that's what I plan on using that for. And then last but not least, this is not technically a tape, but oh my goodness, this is a gorgeous ribbon. Now, this is so super sparkly. You can kind of get an idea of how sparkly it is on this video, but in real life, this is gorgeous. So it is obviously rainbow, and it's, I don't know what kind of ribbon it is, but you get the gist of it, and this is pretty cool. My daughter is sitting here itching, ready to unravel that whole roll. And she's done very well to sit on my knee this whole time and wait for her turn to play with all of these goodies. But yes, this one was one of her favorites, that's for sure. So everything I've shown you so far has been from Aliexpress, but I do have one item to share with you that is not. I purchased this from scrapbook.com, and so you can purchase it many places, but these are some reverse tweezers. Now these ones here are the Kraft Medley precision tweezers, so they're reverse, which is what I love about them, and these ones were $2.60 US full price. I have purchased a few pairs of these for my daughter and I to use, just because they are such a good price in comparison to these ones here, which are the EK Success ones, which I've had for ages, but they retail for $7 US. Anyhow, I just thought it was a good deal that I would share with you guys. I was excited about. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks. See you later. Bye.